In Monica Krause's The Good Project, and specifically her second chapter titled Beneficiaries as a Commodity, Krause discusses the ways in which donors, NGOs, and beneficiaries interact and exchange commodities. I want to discuss her chapter specifically in regard to an organization called Ethical Apparel Africa, or EAA, that we can treat as a case study that exemplifies Krause's work. First, as a background summary of what EAA does, essentially it's an organization that was founded based on the core belief that all manufacturing of any product should be done ethically. They began their work in West Africa and have since established 3 partner production factories for clothing, with 2 in Ghana and 1 in Benin. These 3 EAA partnered factories offer free training sessions to anyone interested in working there, then provide stable jobs in a positive working environment where these workers help to produce products that are ethically made for clothing companies around the world. While this concept definitely falls in line with the sustainability model, I wanted to compare it directly to Krause's work regarding the commodification of relief instead. They chose to focus on West Africa due to quick shipping times to the US/EU, duty advantages, low cost of living, and labor availability. EAA wanted to take advantage of this business opportunity but do it right from the beginning while benefiting both the business profits and the people. Krause discusses the idea of relief as a form of production. She questions how organizations translate values into practice, and I think that this is one of the subtopics that EAA exemplifies extraordinarily well, as they produce relief in the form of jobs and capitalistic/consumeristic product.
When the base work is done well and the foundation is laid well, then we can have a sustainability on the work. And when we have the sustainability on the work, then we can reinvest in the people and the country and the infrastructure and development of the industry, which in turn will work on elimination of the poverty of the country. Thank you.
This ethical model drives not only the people but the company to succeed as well. With something so self-perpetuating, it represents potential for more factories like this to be created in the future worldwide. Specifically, Krause touches on the points of beneficiaries. While being the chosen part of a population in need of receiving services, they also become a means of delivering relief work. This is definitely the case with Ethical Apparel Africa, as workers are offered free training for these jobs, and once obtained, they begin to support themselves and provide relief for themselves, made possible by the overarching organization, which in turn provides greater relief for the surrounding community of people.
Approach. We believe that, if you can demonstrate that ethical manufacturing can empower workers and then, go a long way to increase productivity, we can grow businesses. And of course, that is a good model that other factories can adopt.
Next, the project as a product. Here, Krause discusses the role of donors in relation to the NGOs they support. For EAA, the donations are kind of self-generating, as it took initial donations for Ethical Apparel Africa to start the first factory, but now donations go specifically towards continuing to provide relief. One such way that they do this is with additional projects like the one that was most recently approved, that was to allot $24,000 of a one-time check to provide lunch every day for all of their workers. Next, the labor of populations in need. EAA makes it attractive for locals to actively participate in the production of relief. In many ways, Ethical Apparel Africa does rely on beneficiaries to recognize that potential advantage and actively contribute to that cause. And finally, relief as an exchange. EAA is laying the theoretical framework that could be applied in countries around the world, especially as it becomes more and more important for brands to be transparent in where and how their clothing is produced. While relief that we think of beneficiaries typically receiving takes the form of healthcare, food, or water, relief in EAA's perspective is that of implementing strategies for people to be trained ethically and remain employed, thus boosting the economy and of the surrounding community and country.